Evening, everybody. It is 6:58, and this Thursday, the 1st of June. And June came in just the way most first of the months do, with money getting thrown at the market. Um, but it was kind of interesting, especially in retail. But first, I want to go over something. Um, they have all those cutesy names and stuff like Kramer's Fang, which honestly was a great call. One of very few, but a great call. And, you have people talking about the Goldilocks market, with inflation just right, and earnings just right, and interest rates just right, and the job market. And, somehow it all works out. I think it's time for a change. I came up with two. One I think is a little better. I'm thinking either the Tinkerbell market or the little engine that could market. You know, the little engine that could just thought he could, which is always good until you find out you're wrong. And Tinkerbell just wanted everyone to believe, and if ever there was a market that required everyone to believe, it's this one. So I think we'll go with that. Okay, back to retail. Lululemon reported after the close, and the stock was up 39.22. It had closed at 380, 328.35, and it was down 368. The last on it right now is 371.15, up 39.22 or 12%. In their release, they cite the great expansion in China. Is that, maybe I'm wrong, but isn't China the place that said they were completely reopening and then have reported nothing but horrendous numbers across all industries, across manufacturing, across consumption? So I'm a little bit skeptical of that, but they love it with Lululemon. Um, and of course, last night we had DG Gen with a huge miss. And it finished the day 162 down 39.09, a 20% loss. And their comment was, I guess we're not downturn um, proof. Macy's, a stock that is down from 25 to today's low at 1280, bounced back, and the last on it is 1375, and that's up a couple of pennies. Um, in fact, it's currently 1376, and that's up 17 cents. And one of their announcements on their earnings was that they were a little disappointed because of individual spending. And what did they do? Well, they signed a deal with Nike to carry Nike's stuff in their stores. Nike, of course, everybody knows the name, has gone from 130 to 105 in, well, let me just check. Closed today 105.35, and that's up 9 cents. 1 month ago, May 1st, 128.68. So I'm not too far off. So it's good to have, a company who is tied to China for manufacturing and at the whims of their Chinese Communist government, and is down 25% in the last month. So, I'm a little iffy on this whole thing. And last but not least, Lucid. You know, I don't know how many people watch TV versus watch streaming. I'm really more of a TV person than a streaming person. Um, But I think Lucid, LCID, ought to stop wasting their money on all of their high priority, high vision advertising. What are they going to make this year? Deliver this year? 3,500 cars? 5,000 cars? If they did 105,000 cars, it really wouldn't help them. And they raised $3 billion today in stock at $6.91. Not bad, except that it closed 660, down $1.16 after trading as low as 620. So, you see my attitude here about most of this. And last but not least, one of those great semi stocks, Broadcom, AVGO, relying heavily on the increase in their gaming chips, closed 789.95, down 18, and then on the earnings continued to 779, down 29. So I'm not so excited about it. The market, on the other hand, came down. Somebody was telling me this morning that there was a rumor that Warren Buffett had sold a big chunk of Apple, which frankly I didn't believe. But they said that it amounted to a massive amount of volume. And if you recall, last night I told you that um, volume had just exploded up to 6 billion shares from the day before's 4.8. Well, today it's back to 4.6. And I don't think he sold a billion shares. So I'm a little skeptical there. Advanced declines were 5 to 2 on the New York, 2 to 1 on the NASDAQ. Um, the Dow closed up 153. Nasdaq was the big winner on the day, up 166.70 or 1.28. The S&P was up 1%, 41.19, and the Russell actually had a pretty decent day, 1829, up 105. And the transports, which have been plummeted, have been just pounded, closed up 170.43, up 1.24%. So the transports has oversold and battered, and the Nasdaq, which seems like a train that has not yet run off the tracks. Okay, oil regained $2. Gold was, so it's back over 70. Gold was up another 13.40. Silver up 40 cents, so getting a little better there. Bitcoin down not much, 150, but it's back below 27,000 after being over 28,000 just 3 days ago. The dollar was a little bit weaker, 103.50, down 75 cents, and bonds were up about a half a point. Nat gas, again, down another 11 cents. So all the excitement is for tomorrow. We have non-farm payrolls, non-farm private payrolls, the unemployment rate, um, average hours worked, and average earnings. So that's a pretty big set of numbers. You would have thought that with today's numbers being what they were, which was certainly not great, not even good, um, you know, these stocks rallied. So who knows? All right, I'll be back first thing in the morning with all of that, all those numbers to share with you. Have a good one.